guys. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Days of Our Lives edition. All right, guys, today is Thursday, September the 1st, 2022. I hope you guys have a wonderful September. Be blessed. All right, let's go right into this. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8. It was solid. We see Sonny and Alex, and Alex has sent Stephanie a message talking about let's meet in the hot tub. Sonny said, "Is that the 1980s, the 70s, or something? You can't do that." And he said, "I told you she worked for the company. Now you can't be with her." He said, "Oh, you were serious?" Yes, he was serious. But anyways, Alex, Sonny is just telling Alex, leave her alone. And he says, I'm not, oh gosh, we're meant to be, but whatever. She's going to come around. But before he leaves, he just tells Alex that he loves him and that, you know, he's happy to be working for him. And they have a nice moment. And I said, y'all know when they have nice moments, that means somebody about to have something happen to them. So then we see Stephanie and Leo, because she received Alex's message. She was like, "Boy, please, I'm gonna go somewhere and find me a Cosmo." And so they hit it off because Leo is a good time, but he tells her his name is Matt and everything. So they're enjoying their drinks, and he's going to get them some more Cosmopolitans. And then she sees Alex and she says, "Oh my gosh," because he was talking to Chanel and them like, "Come on, come on." Then he said, "No, I'm gonna talk to y'all later," because I see Stephanie. I said, "Boy," and so then he's like, coming on to Stephanie and whatever. And she was like, "How many times do I have to tell you I don't want you?" And Leo sees him and he's like, "Girl, this fine man, why wouldn't you want him?" But he don't know that Alex knows who he is, and he was like, "You creep," or whatever. And he was like, "You murderer." And he was like, "No, I've been exonerated from Abigail's murder." And then they were talking about how then he says, "But you weren't exonerated for what you did to my brother." And she said, "What?" And he said, "I'm Sonny's my brother. I'm Alex." And so then he started talking about, the filthy pictures, getting him drunk, drugging him and everything. And Stephanie is just like, "Oh my gosh." And so anyways, Leo leaves because he don't want no parts of Alex. And Stephanie is just like, so when he leaves, Stephanie just tells Alex, "I can't believe I thought I had made a friend." And he said, "So he wasn't your date?" And she said, "No, but go ahead, this cosmopolitan with me or whatever, you earned it." So they sit down and they have a conversation, but she just tells him, "Listen, this is work. Like I don't see you like that. I don't care how handsome you are or anything. It's work and that's it." And so when she leaves, he's like, she think I'm handsome. I said, "Boy, I love the role he's playing right now." Anyways, then we see Leo goes to Sonny because he tells him, "Call your pit bull off, your brother." And he was like, "I'll tell," Sonny, Sonny, he and Leo have a weird relationship because it's like Sonny can't stand him, but if Leo wasn't Leo, they probably could be friends. You know what I mean? Like in a few years, they could be friends, or at least could be in a room and be cordial or whatever. But anyways, Leo tells Sonny, "I'm sorry for what I did." He said, "After Abigail died, that made me change and not want to get revenge and all that kind of stuff." And Leo, Sonny was like, "How am I supposed to believe that when you won't even say that you drugged me and everything?" And so Leo in his own right kind of apologized for that and everything. And he tells him, "You're my favorite ex-husband." But anyway, Sonny says, I'm gonna tell Alex to leave you alone, and it is what it is." And they end on, cool terms. And so then we see Gwen and Chad, and Chad is just like, "You killed Abigail." And she said, "No, I promise you, Chad, I didn't do this." And he was like, "Why should I believe you?" She was like, "I'm gonna tell you what happened, like I told Rafe." She said, "I went to scare Abigail. I didn't want to kill her, but she pulled the mask off of me, and she told me I had 1 hour to get back to the prison." He said, "Why would she do that?" And she said, "Because she's Abigail. So she gave me another chance." And he said, "Now that I do believe." And she said, "I swear to you, Abigail was alive when I left that room." And she said Leo did this. She said because when Leo and I talked, his lawyer was telling him get a plea. He was going to try to get his lawyer to represent me. She said, and then all of a sudden, I think his lawyer had him flip. And when he flipped on me so that he could get out. And she said Leo had this list of all of y'all, and he's the one who killed um, Abigail, Chad, and y'all are all should be afraid because he's the one who did all of this. And Chad listening to her, but I don't know if he. So then we see y'all, Kate, Orpheus, and Marlena and Kayla. So Orpheus has them tied up or whatever, and he tells them that they're playing a little game, and their husbands have to find them, and they're running out of time. And I'm not gonna hold y'all long on this because it was much, but it wasn't. It was anticlimactic. I thought this was gonna go out for a little while, but this wrapped up real fast. Which I don't, you know what? I'm not gonna complain because I don't mind that about Days. How sometimes they'll drag a storyline out, and then other times they'll wrap it up real quick. And they said so. He has them all kidnapped, and a bomb's gonna go off. The men have 1 hour to find them before the bomb goes off. So John, Steve, and Roman are looking for them. They're trying to find them before the bomb goes off and everything, and they're having to do a riddle, like, and to try to find them. But finally they do find them, and they literally have 44 seconds or something like that before the bomb goes off. But they were able to deactivate the bomb, and they were all together. And I said, I don't think y'all should really be celebrating like this, because I feel like like there's more to this than Orpheus is letting on. But before I end with them, I will say that Kate did tell Marlena that Roman forgave her, because they were like, "Why are you here?" And she said, "Roman forgave me," and she was like, "And I was there," and Orpheus could obviously tell. And they said, "Oh, unfortunately for you, he forgave you," and Orpheus found out. But Marlena does end up forgiving Kate about the whole Sammy kidnapping and everything after the fact. And I think one thing that makes it easier is because they know she was doing it for Lucas, to try to protect Lucas. And even though they she was doing it to try to protect Lucas. But anyway, so the men get there, they rescue them, and they're all happy and like, yes, yes. And Orpheus is looking on, and he's just like, yeah, the games have just begun. And I said, uh-oh. And so then we see Gwen and Gwen and Chad again, and he continues to tell her. I thought I talked about them earlier. Yeah, Gwen and Chad again, and she just continues to tell him to go, be safe or whatever, and tell one of the others about Leo's hit list. And then we see Leo goes back in to get Sonny to validate his parking, and he's like, "What is this?" And it was like, my hit list. It was there on the desk, and it had blood on it. He was like, "What is this blood?" And he looks around the corner, and Sonny has been stabbed in the back. Sonny is on the floor because somebody stabbed him in his back. I don't know who did this, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But that was Days of Our Lives today, guys. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week of What Happened on the Soaps Days of Our Lives edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.